Hello, I'm Gavin.
I'm Charlie, and we are Star Pixel.
And we're here to talk about our second single, which is called I Get Lost Inside My Head. We're going to start off. I'm going to ask you a question, Charlie. So, I Get Lost Inside My Head was the first song I heard for this project. In my mind, it's the song that started this project. But what I wanted to know was whether this song came first or the concept of Star Pixel came first.
Yeah, the concept came first, I think. It's something that I've been sort of thinking about, considering for quite some time before actually doing any of these songs, really. So yeah, I've been recording a few bits and pieces, but I think this was the first song that actually kind of crystallized as a song, and it was the one that really sort of gave the concept life, really.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. That's good to know. So in some ways, did the concept inspire the song, or was there something else that's inspired the song? What made you write I Get Lost Inside My Head?
I think it was just kind of inspired about sort of how I was feeling at the time, really. It was as the lyrics kind of say, it's kind of just about sort of going around in your mind and getting lost in your own thoughts, and I think that's where that sort of concept came from, and it seemed to fit with the guitar and the rest of the tune that I'd written at the time.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah.
Right, so Gavin.
Hello. Is it my turn to be grilled?
It's your turn now, yes. As someone that's spoken about mental health, what did you think when you first heard the song?
Well, yeah, I mean, in terms musically, it was really interesting for me because of what the concept of the project was with Star Pixel, with a kind of fusion of grunge and electronica. You know me, I'm quite a bit of a classic rock fan, as you can see from my CD collection over there. But yeah, it was really nice to try and do something different, to push some boundaries. So musically, I loved the style of the track. From a lyrical perspective, I mean, I know it wasn't fully formed, but just the very concept itself and the song title, I Get Lost Inside My Head, was quite evocative for someone like me who spent a lot of my life being locked inside my own thoughts, and I could kind of, I don't know, no two people ever have the same experience, but kind of get what you were saying with it, with that.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think we probably all have moments in our life where the noise in our head gets so much that this feels like there's no escape, and you just kind of get trapped in that. So I think all of that together was really quite powerful, and yeah, it was. It kind of feels like it's been like our flagship song kind of thing. If that's the right word.
I'd say so. Yeah. For the time being, at least.
Yeah. until there's another one. But yeah, I think it will always feel like the starting point, when it, like in a good way. Yeah, the one that kicks it off. Yeah.
And is there a message that you want people to get from this song?
Well, I don't think we've ever. We never intended this to be like a message band or a political band or a social band, but I think at the same time, you know, we've both put our experiences into this song and other songs, and you know, music is about interpretation and it's subjective. So obviously, I think it's always good for people to take their own meanings out of music, but at the same time, you know, we both know the importance of talking about mental health in whichever way works for other people. So if this causes conversation or gets people thinking about something, or if like me, you know, you have a reaction where you think, that's how I was feeling, and therefore I'm not alone, and therefore, you know, maybe there is, you know, I could talk to someone about this, and then I think, well, that is a part of the conversation that's helpful. Yeah. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I mean,
how do you feel about that?
I'd say sort of similar, really. That, you know, it's I'd hope that sort of people have some empathy with what we're trying to say with the song, and you know, just sort of give a message that, you know, you're not alone, and it's this kind of thing is sort of more common than people might think. Yeah,
and that is really important. I mean, I spent a good long time thinking I was the only person that ever felt like that, and also that, you know, that once you're in that way of thinking there's no way out of it, and also that, you know, there's sometimes a perception that you're either you're in that or you're not in that, but you know, people go through waves and ups and downs, and there's all kind of different gradients.
It's a spectrum, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think it's a complex topic, but I think the more we talk about it, the more we can understand it.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the music side of things. How does this track differ from the other tracks that are going to be on the forthcoming album?
Well, for a start, it's finished.
Yeah, unlike the rest.
Still quite a lot of work to do on the others, but but in terms of the music, it's probably one of our most accessible tracks. It's got a lot in terms of melody. It's fairly straightforward in sort of terms of song structure, unlike some of the other tracks, which are a bit more complex and convoluted. But so I think it is pretty much a sort of straight up sort of pop rock tune, obviously with the sort of electronics in it as well. I mean, I think it's probably one of the more catchy tunes as well.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully you can get it stuck inside your head.
I get lost inside my head, stuck inside my head. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Which is what we're hoping anyway.
People will thank us for that.
Yeah. So what, from your perspective, what was the recording process like?
Nothing I'd experienced before. So it was lockdown recording. So I don't know. It was probably at least a good year of working together without being in the same room, if not longer. So most of the album, if not all the album, was written with us being in two different places. We've done some recording subsequently together in person, or some bits together in person. So yeah, I think it was very different from anything I'd ever done before, in that respect, but also in the respect that, you know, we were fusing different genres, but also you and I bring very different things, and that's turned out to be quite complementary. So I really liked the kind of you ping an idea at me, that sparks something off in my brain, I ping an idea back, and then it kind of goes back and forwards, and then we end up with something that wasn't quite what we'd originally intended, but ended up in this awesome thing, and it kind of all the better for it.
It's a very different way of working to what we've done before, wasn't it? And it which I think really influenced the sort of creative process. I think if we'd sort of been in a room together writing these songs, they would come out completely different.
Yeah, no, definitely. For me, it reminds me of that. I'm sure you used to do it at school. You would you either draw something or you write a story and you fold it up. So you draw a bit of a head, fold it up, and then you do that. Someone else does the body, pass it on, and then you don't know what it's going to look like until you fold it out. And
that's it.
That's what it was like.
That's a nice little analogy, that.
Yeah, and it was cool because I think I get lost inside my head. We were just talking about before we started recording. My memory's a bit hazy, but I think Charlie had the song formed musically and had a lot of the lyrics, but not all of them. But because he'd created such an evocative kind of imagery, it was easy for me to fill in the gaps, and I think that's kind of worked in both ways, that we've kind of got where the other person's going, but maybe have kept it going in the same direction or taken it off in a different direction.
Absolutely. It's like sort of filling in those blanks, or the bits that weren't necessarily working so well. I think it's been just sort of passing it backwards and forwards until it's kind of whittled down to the sort of essence of what we want to do.
Yeah, which has been great fun. Speaking of great fun, people may or may not have seen the "I Get Lost Inside My Head" music video. Please, can you explain what the hell is going on in that video?
Oh, I can try.
You can try.
So the concept of the video roughly was to kind of visualize what we're trying to say with the song. So as a sort of metaphor for being lost inside your head, it was essentially footage of me being actually lost in my hometown, which I know very well.
Didn't look like you did.
I hope I look pretty lost, because that's the point. But so we got a night vision camera. Was it an infrared?
Yeah, like a trail cam.
Trail cam.
Yeah.
Used for nature photography. And we went into St Ives town around about dusk kind of time, whilst it was getting dark, and just recorded a whole bunch of footage of me running around looking lost as it was getting dark. and at some point the camera switches over to night vision mode, and everything goes kind of black and white, and that's when it really kind of captures the atmosphere of it a bit. But yeah, I kind of like the way we've got the sort of black and white footage, and then we've still got the sort of colour footage as well when it's lighter, to sort of show that sort of contrast between the sort of verses and the chorus we were sort of aiming for.
Yeah, it was an interesting night filming, wasn't it? For anyone watching us or watching me chasing you around St Ives, that was
yeah. It was a bizarre experience, and I hope some of that comes through in the final video. I think it does at least have some atmosphere to it, and I hope that's kind of conveyed when people see it.
Definitely.
So, Gavin, finally, where can people find the video, watch the video, and find out about the rest of all our music?
Well, that is the question. So the best place to find I Get Lost Inside My Head, the music video and everything else we've done is at our website, which is starpixelmusic.com. So head over to our website, and hopefully we'll see you again in the future. Bye-bye.
Bye.